Welcome back, artists. Today we're going to be starting our clay snowman, and the first thing we want to do is do some thinking about it. So in your learning log on your next empty page, you are going to write clay snowman, and then you can put today's date, November 6th, 2020, and you want to create a sketch for each of the options. So your first option with your clay snowman is to do a melted snowman. Your second option is to do just the face of a snowman. And your final option is to do an entire body. So just snowman with body. So you want to spend some time working on this. Whichever one you decide to do, you need to make sure you incorporate eyes, nose, a mouth, and at least one extra detail. So for example, if I'm going to do the melted snowman, you can make the snowman look kind of like a puddle, right? So it's just kind of a open thing, and then inside here you would have the parts. So maybe I would have a nose, maybe I'm gonna have a carrot nose on mine floating around in there, and then the eyes could be coal. Maybe I'm doing a coal for the mouth, but this time because it's all melted, it moved around a little bit. And then maybe my hat, instead of seeing it from the side, because this is melted, I would have the hat sitting on the bottom. So you would see the rim of the hat, and then you would see the part that comes up. And I can make that look even taller if I wanted to by drawing the second part here. And then this would be dark so that you couldn't see it. This would all be black. Okay, so now I have eyes, nose, mouth, and one extra detail. So I did the hat here. I can go ahead and think about my other ones if I want to do the face of the snowman. So you're probably starting with the circle. And then you want to think about what kind of face you want. Remember, these snowmen can also portray emotions, right? So if we want our snowman to be happy, we can do that if we wanted to. But maybe this time I'm going to do eyes. Maybe my eyes are still cool. And I still have a carrot nose. But this one is a happy smile. And maybe I'm just going to put a smile in there. And it could be an open smile if I wanted to. And then maybe I would decide that I'm going to put a scarf on this one. So I'm going to have a scarf that comes down and around. And then maybe it's going to hang down a little bit. That's usually how my scarves are that I wear. And then maybe I want to put something on the outside too, like I put some earmuffs. And I could have a shape in between to show where the earmuffs are. And then finally, my body. This one is the one that's a little bit trickier because you have to make sure that you don't have small little things sticking out. So when you make your body, you want to make sure that you have them sort of on top of each other so they're secured. So start with maybe the head and then do the body. And you can do 3 if you want. But notice how there's a thickness here. I sometimes see kids do snowmen like this, where like the circles are just touching, and that can be a really fragile place with the clay, and that can cause it to break. So try not to do that. Make it more attached. The other thing I see a lot with these are little stick hands. I know that snowmen are often have hands that are made of sticks. To have that hanging out like that makes it a very weak spot, which would probably break. So we got to find another solution to that if you want to have hands. What I've seen other people do is they take their hands, instead of having them sticking out, they're inside. So maybe this is their hand here. So they draw the hand in the snowman on its body so that it's attached. Okay, and then I can continue and just decide which things I want to do. When you are happy with whichever one you decide, you want to show your teacher, and they're going to do a 2-finger width test. So this is a little bit thin, but I think it'll be okay. We want to make sure that whatever we make out of clay that's hanging out is at least 2 fingers wide. So I could just go back and make this a little bit thicker so this isn't overlapped quite so much. And then I have met my criteria. The other thing I'm forgetting on here, the other expectation is to have a pattern. I don't really have a pattern on here yet or here, but this one I could do an easy pattern and just add it to my scarf. So maybe the pattern goes down this way and then it comes across here on this part of it. And then once you've decided which one you're going to do, you're going to take your pattern paper and you're going to remake it on here.